here at the National Aquarium, and we are getting ready to start our first scheduled training session for today. And we have several sessions that are scheduled throughout the day, and so all of them are a little bit different. This first session we're focusing on adaptations. So that's all of the things that make dolphins so extremely successful and excel in their environment. They're really amazing animals, as I'm sure you already know, but we're going to show it off and explain a little bit why they are so amazing. But before we get to that, I just want to explain a little more what happens in the space. So we do have those different sessions, and they're kind of scheduled about an hour and a half to 2 hours apart. So that's when we're feeding our dolphins. So we're working with them, feeding them throughout the day, but in between all of the scheduled training sessions, we do have other things that happen, some scheduled, some are not. But so we do have educational talks at 1:30 and 3:30, so you can check that out as well, learn some more about how we work with the dolphins. And then outside of the scheduled activities, we are still open. And we encourage you guys to sit in here, relax. It's a big aquarium, it's a nice chance to relax and take a load off and relax and just watch the animals. But you can watch them as they rest, as they socialize, as they play, whatever they are doing at the time. Because they're all individuals, they are very unique, and they do have different things that they might enjoy doing more than others. So one of those important things is playtime. It's very important that we do lots of playtime. Sometimes we're interactive with them and we'll do playtime with them or give them the chance to hang out and play on their own. So this is one of their toys. It's a piece of felt material and it flows through the water a little bit like seaweed would. We can also give them things like basketballs or footballs, sometimes even hula hoops. But so we try to give them things that might be somewhat similar to things we've seen them playing with in the ocean. So they'll play with driftwood or rocks or seashells, things like that. And so they're very curious animals and they explore their space. But they don't have hands. So when a dolphin wants to check something out, what are they using probably to grab onto it? Their nose or their mouth, exactly. So just like every toddler I've ever met, anything they find goes straight to their mouth. So it's very important that we make sure they're only finding safe things in this space. So we check all of their toys, make sure they're safe, make sure they're clean. So on that note, one of the ways they like playing with their toys is by throwing them out. They have great aim. They can throw much further than you expect. So keep your eyes open if they have those toys in there, because they might be coming your direction. I have been hit. It does happen sometimes. But if they do come out, just leave them there. We don't want to throw them back in because we don't want it to get dirty and then have them play with it. But so we'll come around and we'll collect any toys that get thrown out. Hopefully they don't get too far away from us. But so another note on that though is dolphins in the ocean. Like I said, they play with things they find too. And usually it is that safe stuff, but sometimes they will find trash out there. So it's important that all of us are doing our part to make sure they're not finding that out there. That is where they can get into trouble out there in the ocean. They don't really have a ton of predators, that's not such an issue. It's coming across things that they accidentally swallow. But so who here loves dolphins by raise of hands? Lots of hands. Awesome, love to see it. Who wants to do something that helps dolphins? Yeah, lots of hands still. Now, who thinks they're already doing things that help dolphins? Yeah, still seeing a lot of hands, not as many, but still a lot. Now, the good news is you probably already are doing things that help them, but I just want to encourage you to keep those awesome actions up because that will really help them out. So just by doing things like picking up trash that we're seeing on the ground so it can't wash into the water, especially being here in the harbor today, any trash you see, if it's clean, if you don't feel comfortable picking it up, try to pick that trash up so it doesn't get into the water. And then also by using less plastic in the first place, by using things like reusable bags and bottles, that all really does help cut down on the trash that's out there. So now who thinks they've done things that help dolphins? Hopefully I see more hands. Yeah, lots more hands. Awesome. All right, well thank you guys for all that you're already doing. It really will, hopefully in the future, make a big difference for these guys. All right, now that we've talked a little about those dolphins in the ocean, we can talk some more about my friends that are behind me. We do have 7 Atlantic bottlenose dolphins, 2 boys and 5 girls. Now our 2 boys are in the front, they're the ones we're going to be working with, and then our 5 girls are in the back. Yes, the boys and girls are separate, but this is actually done on purpose because dolphins in the ocean generally do live segregated by that gender. So the boys will live in one pond and the girls will live in another. So the boy dolphins will actually get kicked out when they're only about 4 or 5 years old. Seeing some younger boys in the audience, can all of my boys who are 4 years and older please raise your hand? Including the adult boys. Dads over 4. Hopefully. There we go. So all of you raising your hand, if you were a dolphin, you'd be too old to live with your mom. Are we ready? All of you young ones to live on your own? Maybe? So the boys learn how to protect themselves, how to catch their own fish, all that they need to know how to do to take care of themselves, and they get kicked out. But so all of you raise your hands again that are 4 and over, all those boys. Now look to the closest boy to you. That is your new best friend, and you are stuck together for the rest of your life.